Peace, family. I'm going to do this video on tariffs. Donald Trump said he's going to tariff products that come into this country to put America first. And this is supposed to have been the driving force, the reason why he won this election. And I know this topic is not going to be too popular, but it's educational and informative. And I hope you stick to the end. But before I get into the topic, let me say this. My motivation for doing these videos is to encourage Black people to build their own independent means to sustain their own existence. And I believe I have the most complete plan for our people to do that in my organization called Citizens of the African Order. The fact of the matter is this: white people are not going to enslave our people for almost 300 years. And then for another 250 years, build this country and force us to live in an existence that's better than what we would have achieved on our own. Okay? White people are not going to force us to live in their system that would have been better than we would have achieved on our own had we never been enslaved. Let that marinate for a second. Now, when Donald Trump talking about these tariffs, tariff is just another name for a tax. Tariffs are punitive measures. If a company from another country is in shipping products back and forth, try to undermine the businesses within the other opposing company, the other opposing country, then they put tariffs on it to try to even the playing field. But the fact of the matter is this: when you put a tariff on the product, if Donald Trump was half the businessman that he claimed he was, he know a tariff is really a double tax. And it's a double tax because the government put a tariff on the product, and then the company, the corporation that buys these products, they put a profit on the money they spend on this tariff. When a corporation buys a product from the manufacturer, there has a manufacturer's suggested retail. Corporations do not buy these products at the manufacturer's retail price and then turn around and sell it to the customer at the same price. They mark it up. So when you put a tariff on a product or service, whoever pays for it, they pay the tariff and they mark it up to the customer. So that if you had a candy bar that was a dollar, and they put a tariff of 25% on this candy bar, normally that candy bar would be $1.25. But because the corporation paid for this tariff, they're going to want to make money off of that tariff. So your dollar candy bar can go up to as much as $1.30, $1.35, depending on how much money that this corporation want to make off the money that he spent on that extra tax. That's the small part of tariffs. Now, the problem with that is also when the orders start to go down, when people start to say, well, I'm not going to pay this $1.30 for a candy bar that was $1 last month, the orders for this candy is going to drop. The company that's manufacturing is going to slow down because they're not selling as many products, so they're going to lay off people. And then in return, the company from the country that Donald Trump put these tariffs on, they're going to retaliate. They're going to put tariffs on their products. And then when the orders start to stop, then now companies in the U.S. is going to have to start laying off people because their orders are not going to be filled. Tariffs is not a good thing. And now you have all these financial executives coming out saying that how bad this is, how companies are trying to restock to get ahead of these tariffs. But the fact of the matter is, You can only restock so much. There's only so much room in your warehouse that you can hold these products. You can't buy 4 years worth of material and hope that they'll last past Donald Trump's administration. It don't work like that. And see, and when Donald Trump sit up here and say that I'm going to put 100 to 200% tariff on some products and make them unsellable, you see, this is the result of electing a pretender to be president. Because whatever reason you may have to put a 200% tariff on the product, you just throwing away all your opportunities to negotiate. Now he wanted to target BRICS, which is Britain, Russia, I think it's Iran or Iraq, South Africa, and there's several other countries that make up BRICS. These countries are trying to form their own currency, so they don't have to use U.S. dollars to purchase goods and services. And then Lindsey Graham, in response to Donald Trump, said he's going to put a 200% tariff on their products if they try to replace the U.S. dollar. Lindsey Graham is sitting there talking about we're going to crush your economy if you do that. If you try to replace the U.S. dollar, we're going to crush your economy. So you see, if Donald Trump was a real politician, or not even a politician, if he was a real businessman, that will open up the door for him to negotiate with the countries that's aligned themselves with BRICS. What is it about this relationship that you have had with America for so long that has gotten so bad that now makes you want to form your own currency to undercut the relationship that we had all these years? What has happened? This will allow grievances to be exchanged back and forth, and accommodations can be met, and a compromise to maintain this establishment. When you sit up here and say, "Oh, you're not happy with the relationship that we got, then I'm going to put a 200% tariff on your products. And Lindsey Graham, we're going to crush your economy." This is the reason why these people are doing creating their own economy in the first place. Because they tired of the U.S. dictating terms and conditions. And I don't even know why countries from other lands got to buy products and services based off the U.S. currency in the first place. Don't get me started. When you say that you're going to crush a country's economy for trying to create their own currency, it's kind of like a man and a woman that's married, and the woman, unhappy in her marriage, seeks the attention of another man. And then when her husband finds out, as opposed to talking to her to find out what happened in the marriage, where did he go wrong, what made her go look to somebody else, he just goes and attack her and beat her. So now this woman is going to compromise with this guy because why? She's fearful now. He didn't just came in here and he just started hitting me with these 200% tariffs and didn't even ask me why, nothing. So I just said, you know what, I apologize, I'm sorry, blah, 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 I won't do it no more. And then he walks away. But is the wife satisfied? Is the wife happy now? No. So what is she going to do? She's going to continue seeing this guy. Once things calm down, she's going to continue seeing this guy. And this time she's going to be more careful. This is what's going to happen with BRICS. If the United States try to put this 200% tariff on their products, and they do what Lindsey Graham say and crush their economy, they may compromise, but because your unwillingness to negotiate, they're going to continue doing what they're doing. But now this time, instead of broadcasting what their intentions are, they're going to do it behind closed doors. And then once you think everything is all good and well, and you come home, you're going to find the cupboards empty. You're going to find her closets, all the clothes gone. Because you elected a fool, a clown for president. And like I said in the beginning, unless we build an alternative to this system, there'll be no compromise There is no choice unless we build an alternative.